just having a look here. It's quite a tough lineup in her heat, Chris. There's Panarina's in here, and also Christina Vogel. So this is a tough one.
It is. It's going to be first three here. Hotly contested places. Two of them would seem to be those places already filled out on the form, but you know, Keirin's can all change quite dramatically. There's such a dynamic, there's so many people involved in the event, it doesn't go to a script.
And that's Christina Vogel. Very good form, having won the sprint here already. And of course she's got a draw full of gold medals. Gold medal winner in London for the team sprint. Gold medal in the World Championships in Melbourne as well.
Always a danger in these rounds when there's three to qualify, that you start to think it's just about qualifying, then you're giving away, potentially giving away places. If you go for the win and it doesn't work out and you finish second or third, then you do the job. But if you start thinking about just getting into the top three, it could be a dangerous mindset.
A couple of wheels to probably choose in the closing stages to take pace from here for Becky James would be Christina Vogel or Olga Panarina. Panarina is a former world champion, 500-meter time trial, but she's a very strong sprinter. But James is on the outside, so the lineup, I can tell you, James is right there on the outside, and right on the inside is Vogel. Going down the line then, the second place rider. Rest of the lineup for you is Casas of Spain, Montalban from France, Vogel of Germany, and Bresneva of Russia. Bresneva is right alongside James of Great Britain. And there's the woman that's in superb form at the moment, and that is Vogel of Germany. So final words of encouragement being given to Becky James by Jan van Eyden, the former world champion, German coach who works brilliantly with the British setup.
He actually instigated a massive change in the British setup. The British were known as the fastest qualifiers for some years. Jan brought in a wealth of technical and tactical knowledge. And I think that was a real impetus for the change. We're very good at conditioning, just lacking. And because he's so fit and still rides, he actually gets on the track and trains with these riders and is able to take them through scenarios. It made a huge difference.
I agree with that. His world sprint title coming in Manchester in 2000 after the Olympics. Now then, Vogel sits second wheel, and I think Varnish has picked a good wheel to follow there. Panarina's in the wheel of James.
She is in a great position there. I find it hard to believe at the moment that Vogel's not going to get through here, so
yeah,
a good wheel to be on.
Got to favour Vogel and Panarina, I would say, but Becky James can profit from their moves. Just needs to be sharp and vigilant, and particularly when the little pacing bike swings off. Those first moves.
Period, isn't it?
Yes. 5 to go this time. We're up to 36 kilometres an hour. Stretching on to a maximum of 45 for that little bike. A bit of daylight appearing. There is a 10-metre rule as well now that's been brought into play.
Yeah, they're not allowed to leave a gap greater than 10 metres. It's still quite a lot of leeway, to be honest. And that's to allow them to move about, and you'll find they lay off. So as they approach the point where the Derny swings off, which is about a lap from now, well, a bit I should say, then they will start to accelerate and anticipate that Derny pulling off to stop people swamping them from behind.
Starting to look over their shoulders. They know that we're getting to the business end of the contest, and we're starting to get moves now developing from behind, and already Becky James has noticed that she needs to start to look and stay in touch. Coming down the finishing straight now. This time it'll be 2 laps to go. It's a move then by the French competitor, and that's Montalban.
Well, she's had the right wheel there, and it looks like she's found herself a spot, so she's still in with a good shout here, coming around the outside.
Yep, she's found herself a way through on the outside. Becky James going well, so it's Vogel at the front, and Becky James trying to get up onto the side of the German Vogel. A reaction from further back by the others, but Becky James is still in touch here. Vogel's leading it out. Becky James is lying second. Oh, terrific effort on the line by Panarina, but third place was James, and she'll get through to the final. Vogels takes it from Panarina, and good riding by Becky James, and that sees her through to the final.
It was a very committed ride, that, wasn't it? She absolutely didn't let off the gas, didn't take any chances. Looked a little bit sketchy there with a lap and a bit to go, but she found her way through and just kept driving on the shoulder of Vogel, and Vogel just pulled it away for her there.
I'll tell you what was impressive there as well, Chris, if you get another shot. Yeah, the acceleration, but have a look at the acceleration of Olga Panarina. She's not inside here. Just take a look at this on the left.
It was a very, very impressive finish there. She came right round the outside, used that little bit of height in the track. You could see her driving down that final bend.
Very strong.
To come around.
Yeah,
I'm surprised she got herself out of that.
Yep, very strong Panarina. And look at that, she nearly snatched it from Vogel in the end. There was a little coming together actually, but I don't think we'll hear any more about that. So the qualifiers through to the final. Good news, we've got British representation with Becky James, there she is. And here it is for you. Vogel wins from Panarina. Becky James lying third in that heat, gets into the clash for the medals.